What is up, peeps? Are you guys playing the Modern Warfare 2 beta and you guys just feel that your aim is not as smooth as it is on Warzone? Well, on today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys every single setting that you can change that affects your aim. And hopefully by the end of this video, you'll have buttery smooth aim. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let's jump right into this video. So first, how do we get into it? On the top right, we select the options and this will come up. You hit R1 4 times and you will go to the settings. Now, one of the things that you might want to go to is the controller, which is the second one here. Now in the controller, a lot of people, I didn't notice this at first, but you actually have on the top controller and advanced, and it actually brings even more aim settings, which we'll get to in just a second. But first of all, for the button layer preset, I do have a default flip, and also I do aim with L1 R1, and this obviously does affect your aim. You aim a lot quicker if you do. So if you guys want to turn it on, go ahead and select on. Your stick layout preset, I'll leave this at default. Controller vibration, leave this at on. Full haptics, if you guys don't shoot with L1 R1, like if you shoot with your triggers, go ahead and select this off. What the trigger effect does is it creates resistance and vibration, meaning it gives you a more realistic effect for the feel when you're shooting guns, which is cool for campaign games, but when you're playing multiplayer, you really don't want this. So again, if you're not shooting with L1 R1, then go ahead and select this off. Next up, for your aiming sensitivity, whatever sensitivity you had at Warzone, drop 1. And the reason is because if we open here and then we go into graphics, we actually do have FOV. Now mine is set 109, but FOV will change the feel of your sensitivity. Maybe you can go back after a while, but I set my sensitivity 109, and what my sensitivity was before, I used to play on 99 sensitivity, so I had to drop it down to 88. So whatever it was before, drop it down. And again, now here we go with the ADS sensitivity multiplier, and it is actually locked, and you guys will see why it's locked in a second. Now the sensitivity multiplier here, you guys can just leave this as it is. It's the third person and air vehicles and all that stuff, which we really don't need to get into right now, again, because it's for Warzone. The vertical aim axis is just go ahead and leave this at aim, and also aim down sight behavior, leave this at hold. And this doesn't really have to do with your aim, but it will help you in the game. Usually we would have automatic tactical sprint in Warzone, meaning that whenever we move our joystick forward, our dude will start automatic tactical sprinting. But if you are in a multiplayer game like this where you die insanely fast, go ahead and use automatic sprint so your weapon is ready to fire faster. Trust me on this one. And now we're going to go into those advanced settings. So go into the hit R1 and you hit these advanced settings. And this is where there's some settings that you really need to change that you will really feel the way Warzone feels. So target aim assist, it's already on, but I have this on. That means that whenever your crosshair is about to hit an enemy, you start getting that aim assist. Now for the aim assist, I did leave the default on and it feels pretty good. If you want a little bit stronger aim assist, then go ahead and select focusing. But again, try with these ones. Now the aim response curve type, I had it at standard before, but I use linear and it feels really good. If you guys play dynamic, then switch to dynamic, but again, it is preset to standard. Now here is the ADS sensitivity multiplier and focus. I leave this at 1. This means that whenever you are ADSing with a sniper and then you hit that focus button to hold your breath, it will slow it down even more. But again, just don't even play with this. Now here is another super interesting one, ADS sensitivity transitioning timing. This is what happens when you're hip firing and you hit your ADS button. Now that means that whenever I hit my ADS button, it's immediately going to go to my sensitivity multiplier. This means instant. If you want to go gradual, that means that as you're zooming in, it's going to slow down that sensitivity little by little. So again, play around with these ones. Again, I have instant, and this is the one I like the most, but I'm going to give you these settings, and at the end, you can play around with it, right? And then obviously after zoom means that once you do this fully zoomed in, then you'll slow down, which I really don't recommend. I recommend one of these two. Again, test them out. Now, this is your custom sensitivity per zoom. This would be off for default, but go ahead and turn this on. And if you push show more, this is where you get all your sensitivities. Now, it was a little bit different than Warzone. Unfortunately, you cannot switch like 0.01. Like in Warzone, I have 0.78 and stuff like that. But here, it's 0.1 completely. So we're going to go ahead and select 0.80 for all of these. And then just 0.70 for my 8 and 9 and high zoom. And I've been really liking it. I feel it is nice and clean. So go ahead and leave it like that. Now, this is the most important setting that you must change. At the beginning of the game, I was playing and I switched all my settings. And I was like, man, there's just something missing. Like, I don't know what, it just feels super weird. And it is going to be in the dead zones. For some strange reason, the game presets the dead zone at 0.1. And this is awful. I mean, this is horrible. This is what it was set at. And this just makes it feel like it is super delayed. And I just didn't know what was wrong with the settings until I saw this. So go into dead zone, select this, and select the one you had on Warzone. Usually a good controller should be between 0.04 and 0.6, maybe 0.7, but 0.1 is already way too much. So I play at 0.04 in a left stick minimum and in the right stick minimum, and this will significantly help you out a lot. You could also do what I did in Warzone. So your left stick, which is your moving one, select this and maybe put it at 0.50, and then your running will start significantly faster. So go ahead and do this, and then the other ones don't really matter. But this is what you really need to change, and these are the settings that will really affect you. Now, once you make all these changes in the settings, and this is where you go to fine tuning, right? So jump into the game and trust me, you will really feel the difference with the settings. But then it's up to you to kind of switch. Maybe I want a little bit slower ADS, maybe I want a little bit faster, but these settings will significantly help you to smoothen out your aim, and then it's up to you to kind of change the sensitivity accordingly to what you want to play. But ladies and gentlemen, that was it for me on this one. Thank you very much for tuning in. Enjoy the Modern Warfare 2 beta.